Hey guys, Chris from Rekkid Talk. We're going to do 5 records. We're going to do it in 5 minutes. We're going to go back in time 35 years, 1988. I was a college undergraduate then, so I would have been buying cassettes still in 1988. I wasn't buying any vinyl. I think I had not quite transitioned into compact discs yet. Let me show you 5 records from the year. And this was all stuff that I was listening to then, even though the vinyl has been purchased much more recently. So let's start off with Edie Brickell in the New Bohemians, shooting rubber bands at the stars. So she's like a folky hippie chick for the late 80s. I think I said and the New Bohemians. It's actually and New Bohemians. There's no the in it. Of course, What I Am would be probably her most famous song ever. You may be aware that a few years after this, she married Paul Simon, and they are apparently still married after all these years. Then, of course, we have Birth, School. So I was still in the school phase. I spent a long time in the school phase. So I'm currently in the work phase of my life. So you got birth, school, work, death. Select the 4 phases of your life. Of course, very first song is birth, school, work, death, which is probably the most famous song ever done by this group, the Godfathers. And so, what else did we get into in 1988? Well, we needed reggae, and of course, Bob was already passed away, but we had Bob's kids, Ziggy Marley as the band leader, I think he's like a year older than me. So we have Ziggy Marley and the Melody Makers, Conscious Party. Of course, you've got Red, Gold, and Green, because I don't think you're allowed to release a commercial reggae album without these. So you've got Conscious Party. Have you ever been to Lee and Molly, We Propose, Dreams of Home, and produced by Chris France and Tina Weymouth from Talking Heads. So I remember this being pretty popular, getting MTV Play and the like. And certainly, I'm pretty sure this is the biggest seller that he ever had. I know he had a follow-up album a year or two later that I don't think I ever owned. Then, of course, to get a little bit more alternative than what I've been showing so far, we've got Sonic Youth Daydream Nation. And of course, I do have, this is a recent repress of it. So of course, we've got our members of Sonic Youth there. We've got the candle burning. We've got the hype sticker. Voted one of the greatest albums of all time by Rolling Stone. Experimental, uncompromising, essential. And so, what label is this on? I don't even know what label this reissue is. I don't know if this is like their Goofin' Records, which re-released stuff from Geffen Records. I don't even know if they were on Geffen yet. I think this would have been after SST, and they got back their stuff from SST. But of course, you've got stuff like Eric's Trip, and Hey Joni, and Kissability, and all that sort of stuff on here. And so, this might be my favorite Sonic Youth album, even though when I did my phony Sonic Youth ranking the albums that I did randomly, it came out on bottom, but that's not the truth. And then finally, let's do a single for 1988. So this is Going Back to Cali by LL Cool J from the Less Than Zero soundtrack. Now, when I first looked on the back, it said 1987, but I looked it up on Wikipedia, and Wikipedia says that the single was released on January 27th, 1988. So I would have been a freshman in college. And so we are going to count this as 1988 material. I don't think so.